exact same. That's Mike's voice. Sorry, I got the wrong intonation there. Hang on.
Well, I'm
I
the
am
exact same.
There we go.
What you doing there, electric star guy? You got some electric pie or some conducting pie? Looks like that's
No, I'm
what
busy.
you're
I'm busy jumping over
doing.
some of your buses.
No.
You son of a bitch! You jumped over some of my buses.
New record.
Of all the times I could have
You do realize the entire stream here is going to be collapsing into this, right?
Of all the times I could have gone live on Twitch, it had to be that.
Well, it's going to fucking collapse now, and now I need to open up Gmod because I am indeed going to be animating. Because I'm doing this really big ass fucking thing. Please help me.
Of all, this is one of the oddest starts to a stream I have had. But hello to everybody that is filing in right now. Just where do I even start with the introductions right now? So obviously we have Turkish, we have Hannah and Star joining us again.
Hello.
Star,
My clothes!
God damn it, you rat! Shut up. And, well, as the title would suggest with the subject matter that we are dealing with, I forgot to link... Oh, shut up, I forgot to mute my stream. We have two very special guests joining us who have been ever so kind to take time out of their day to join us, and I am honored and very nervous at the same time to introduce Jasper Pie and DaWillstanator. Oh.
This son of a bitch jumped over some of my buses.
New record.
Keep it up! Keep up the pace!
Yeah, just a warning, between Jasper and I, there's going to be a fuckload of Homestar Runner references, so buckle up, people.
Yes.
And to that I say, garbly, 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 growl.
I'm still kicking myself for not nabbing the strong bad plushie.
Aww.
Yeah, same. Same.
Yes.
Now it's all out of stock.
Although, one thing I must say,
I heard that a blue pony person thing was trying to impersonate me the other day. Where the fuck is she? I must stab her!
Oh, God.
Stephanie, this is nearly the first time I've heard of you. How can I imitate you when I only met you literally this very second?
that sounds like the King of Town getting kicked in the balls. I've been kicked in the balls.
Oh. I never got my sunflower seeds.
My sunflower seeds have been ransacked.
Well, welcome to the 2021 King of Town Impression Convention. I will be your host.
Oh, God. Oh.
And in this corner.
200 times there is a severe lack of what's it in this here dark castle.
Oh,
But, yes, I'm honored to have both Jasper and Will join us, since again, I'm working on the thing I've been doing with them. Even though it's taken me so long to get properly started, I still feel terrible that it's taken me this long to get started. And to both of you gentlemen, I am so sorry.
dare you?
Fine. Life happens.
It's all
It's a
right.
piece of crap when it happens.
Yep.
Stuff happens, things
In the
get
meantime,
rearranged.
I'm also animating a thing for the next The Pyromancers video. God help me, I'm hating this. Except I'm not, but I'm also hating work, but that's draining my energy.
I'm doing nothing.
Yes, now, I'm gonna say this right now, also before I start, since Jasper and Will are here, to those that are going to at least try and comment them, please treat them with the same level of respect you give to me, which is to say, don't be absolute dickbags to them, please.
So make sure you don't treat them like me.
So therefore, just to get this out of the way, I will not be taking your pizza orders. Pick up a phone and get your own, Squeaky!
Oh god, no. I'm just, sorry, just a horrible idea just entered my head. So Cheesecake calls you and literally just keeps saying he wants a pizza over and over again, making you more and more insane the entire time, pissing you off immensely. He doesn't even specify, he just keeps saying,
I want a pizza!
Yes, I am aware of your desire for the pizza, but you have not specified of what type you wish to consume!
Yeah.
It would just be that.
Yeah. You do not want to underestimate cheesecake. Just you don't.
I'm underestimatable.
Also, should we give a bit of backstory for what it is we're working on?
Would you like to explain it or shall I? And also, thank you, Adam, for the host. And yes, Stormy, that is Hannah, you hear? Anyways.
Yes, it is. Hi, Stormy.
I'll explain it!
Yes.
So, once upon a time, I think about a year ago, I had the random idea of thinking, what would happen if Sam and Max were in the middle of the purge?
Yes.
And then somehow this script popped up, and I forgot how do we decide to have Shadow animate it?
Yes, both Will and Jasper wrote the script and did all the animation, and I'm the one who is animating it.
All of our horrible ideas always end up in animation on your channel. Like, there's the invaded invert on my end, and also Cheesecake being a collaboration between you and I, and now there's this.
So me and Dabrowski got together and did some audio editing, and then badoosh, this monstrosity was half born.
The world has to see them all.
What evil, unholy evil have you evilly unleashed upon this evil world, evilly?
Evil.
Well, I mean, it's like as they say, it is so easy when you're evil.
I would like an evil pizza.
I do it all because I'm evil.
So you're requesting
wait, Chads. Did you wash your hands?
Yes.
Oh, you're supposed to respond with no because I'm evil. You ruined the joke, how dare.
So you're requesting a pizza without cheese, in which case I will pick you up by your stump and drop you off at the nearest busy highway.
I would like non-pizza with left beef.
Okay, the things that you said is not a thing.
You know what
That is also not a pizza.
What was that, Will?
You know what the sad thing is? Given how I actually used to work at a pizza place, I have had instances where customers did order pizza without the cheese, just the sauce and the toppings.
I mean,
and it was not pretty to look at. I'll just say that.
So
much.
I just gotta ask that: how often have you had orders without the sauce? Because like people are gonna call me a heretic here, but I actually prefer pizza without the sauce most of the time. I'm not a sauce guy.
I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy about pizza sauce. I'll still eat it because it is. Because I don't know why. Just because it feels incomplete without the sauce. But I prefer the cheese and the toppings.
Oh God, Brucey, you know not of what you do.
At least
boneless pizza. Oh God.
Excuse me. As you want to remember, yeah, was that thing you said? What is it? You said what? As the kid said, you want to say? Well, come on, you want to say? You want to say what you said? Come on, say what again? You want to say?
Do you want to say it?
Sorry to interrupt you there, Will.
No, it's the thing is that people like one so much as regular
The lag is real 2021.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Will is breaking up a lot there. He must be in a.
Hang on.
Don't take your time.
Yeah.
Also,
he must be near a.
He's trapped in a tunnel. Help him.
Also, oh God, Brucey, you have no idea what you speak of. Oh God. I
must be near.
I cannot repeat it with Jasper in the call. I have too much respect for the son of a bitch.
Now, come on, you open the floodgates. It's gonna keep bothering me until you say it. Come on, say it.
Oh God, Brucey says, speaking of pizza, let me get boneless pizza and a 2-liter of Coke.
Actually, I'll do you one better. I'll give you one with extra bone after I forcibly remove them from your muscular system!
Cool. Well, there's no need, good sir. I brought myself a femur. Would you kindly grind it down into the pizza?
Whoa.
Oh.
I don't want to do this no more.
Well, tough shit, that's your job, apparently.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
What was that sound?
What? Right, because SFM has this habit of if you scripted the
I
audio.
know you're scrubbing, but still, it's always weird when you hear that, like in SFM or Sony Vegas or any of that craziness.
Mm-hmm. It's weird.
I'm sort of used to scrubbing.
Yes, considering the pandemic, scrubbing is quite beneficial.
Yes, that too.
Too bad people can't scrub their brains in these times.
Finally, my friend. And again, I'd like to remind everybody, Will is on his mobile right now, so if he breaks out, or if he mutes, or if anything, because he's at his job, you'll know why. Please don't bother him as such. So.
And besides, I'm not able to see whatever chat's going on anyway, so you can write whatever you want, but I ain't looking. Just like Foamy would say.
Send good vibes, chat.
Yes.
Finally, I got my scene set up. Now I have to start lip syncing. Somebody kill me.
Hey, I have to do lip syncing as well, because these models are kind of weird with that. But I will make do. Yes.
And I am just sitting here watching the Max gif of Max doing the Pennywise dance. Because apparently that is a new thing that's been posted on the Happy Giant games.
Oh, man. I'm looking forward to the Sam and Max VR game. I truly am.
Oh.
I need to invest in that VR helmet.
I mean, I still need to play Save the World, since somebody that I know of on my friends list was kind enough to gift it to me.
And for once it wasn't me. I was gonna, that was why I asked for the Steam originally.
Alright, just a casual little foot bop Max doing here. Just...
Also, yes, for those who know me, I am a Sam and Max addict. That is why I did this video in the first place.
You and Will both, as far as I recall, so...
All will embrace the freelance police. But yes, Will and I did the audio editing, and he actually voices Sam, and I voice Max.
I myself also have like 2 or 3 little speaking parts in this, but it's not major, so...
It's weird because your normal voices already kind of sound a lot like Sam and Max, so it kind of fits all too well.
He's right, you know.
My normal voice sounds like things.
Well, aren't we all things in the universe for sure?
Whoa, okay, whoa, easy. This is getting a bit too existential for me. What is my purpose in life?
Your purpose in life is to listen to my poor Janice impression. Because that's who I was
trying. Life is to voice act a Pikachu.
Excuse you. Okay, that's what I thought.
Damn, no chill there, Cheesecake.
You tell Cheesecake to chill, he'll encase himself in a block of ice.
Duly noted.
For fun.
Okay, Aku.
A thought just crossed my mind, and I don't know whether to declare it genius or not.
What would that be, Will?
Cheesecake meets Casper cake.
Oh, no!
Oh, God.
The battle of the annoyances. Who will come out victorious? You decide.
Oh, God.
Whoever wins, we lose.
Jasper just...
Even when Phil loses, he Still loses?
And Jasper just went dead silent. I think that would book him.
But lose, but we do not win. They lose.
I also broke Will into his Imagisword fandom.
Yes.
And I believe I can speak for yourself that no regrets were shared, and I sympathize with that. I wish you didn't have regrets for showing me Herr Magi's swords.
Not the regret was found, except that the show was cancelled.
Yeah, that really sucks.
That is a shame. So shame.
Yeah. So many
I'm not
good
even
stuff.
sure what's going on with Cartoon Network nowadays, because aren't they kind of dangling on a thread?
I don't really watch much TV nowadays, so meh.
Aye, same here.
To be
I
honest,
also
don't even
don't watch TV, except for when I do.
to be honest, I don't even have cable. We've gone Roku.
Oh.
I don't have a cable package for myself, but my roommate does. However, she watches totally different stuff from me.
Great. Thanks, Will. It's stuck on my head. Cheesecake and Casper cake. Just God damn it. Oh, yeah.
God damn it.
Oh, the annoyances.
Oh hey, it's a yellow Bulbasaur. I'm going to rub its bulb and make a wish. No, yeah.
Oh,
I
God.
read that it works somewhere.
You left the Pokeballs at home, Mr. Casper.
Okay, Beauregard.
And Hoofio is here too, turns out.
Oh, and Foxy, thanks for gifting that sub. Very much appreciated. And mind the noise. That's my sister's kids outside my door.
Oh boy, here we go.
Children always doing their children things.
Children.
Yeah. Pro advice from the inverted shadow: never have kids.
Uncle Shadow.
Don't populate the earth, just let it die.
I deal with enough spoiled brats as it is. It's called the customers, and they're not always just kids.
It's funny because
Aye.
it's fucking true.
Yes.
Customers. I wish you could fire customers out of a cannon.
If only.
Out of a bazooka.
If only.
I borrow it. I may need it.
It's a wonderful thing humanity can be sometimes. Ah well. Alright, so we've got Max's little thing there, just that little foot bop.
Just bobbing his feet, just doing Max things.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just need to make the camera zoom in since this is only the opening shot. So let's see here. Where is my camera? There it is. Which, yes, I did make the decision to do this in Source Filmmaker as opposed to Gary's mod because I figured I could hopefully improvise the most with it in this regard. So, yeah.
That's fair.
Boiled shrimp, thank you for the host. Anyways.
And he also did a good job improvising an office, since mile makers still have yet to make an office. Why aren't they getting on that?
You really think I did a good job? Because again, I doubt myself on scene building, so, you know. But
It serves the purpose.
thank you.
It also served the
Good
purposes.
And it also serves pork pies on Sunday mornings.
Soup cock pork pie.
I'm going to glue you.
Oh, okay. Thanks. You see, I still have this extra femur. I may need it glued.
Need to be a little more
no.
zooming in there.
But yeah, like I said, I thought by now, mile makers would be all over ripping the actual backgrounds from the games.
Evidently not.
But all that lovely clutter in the closets. People just don't understand.
No, they don't.
But what happens when they do understand?
Then they get a gold star and get to pass out the juice boxes at recess.
Oh boy! Alright, now is when we get to the real meat of it. So I need to mark where Will's dialogue as Sam starts. So right there. And yes, mind the stutter. SFM does that. I can't do it because it's dumb. So
Fuck it. It sounds like an Undertale character. Huh? I made the reference, guys.
What's easier for me to animate with, Gmod or SFM? Gmod in this case, it's what I'm more accustomed to, but I'm willing to learn more with SFM, so... I mean, case in point, I'm doing this project in SFM, so... That counts for something, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's have Sam do a little bit more motion, like let's actually have him look towards the camera. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Acknowledge the audience.
Yes.
I think my connection's kind of flaking out on me because everything looks all grainy. I can kind of make out what's going on, though.
Sam and Max are in fact doing things.
Yes.
Okay.
They do things up and down the square.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. Wait.
Curse might need to be so precise.
You know the feeling? Because I'm trying to do a kind of dramatic scene. Although drama's not really my forte at all. It's not. My forte is comedy. Make people go ha-ha. Yes, exactly. Just like that.
Aha! I am saying haha like this. Aha! Also, I like the title you made the stream. A more befitting duo for a more befitting time.
Well, because both you and Will were saying this to me before I started, is that, you know, with the whole current stuff that's happening in the world right now, what better time to try and get this out? So, you know.
The world needs...
Yeah, we
world
having
needs the
discovered
freelance
that,
bullets.
like... Yeah, having discovered that, that was, like, it felt pretty surreal. So, in a way, the procrastination was actually a blessing in disguise. So, don't be beating yourself up for that, Shatster.
Okay, alright, you've made your point, Will. I get it. Okay. I'm sorry. Thank you.
I only say that because I loves you.
Yes, bro, I get it.
Accept our love, damn it!
Okay, okay, alright, I get the point. Oops, daisies.
And it's actually slightly more fitting because of all the recent Sam and Max stuff that came out in the latter half of last year.
Indeed. Let's scooch.
The action figures, the remastering of Season 1, and now a VR game.
Do you really reckon they will remaster the rest of the seasons of Sam and Max?
They've been talking about it. It sounds like they're already working on Season 2.
Bitchin'.
Oh, Stormy.
This is 10 bits of Stormy. Are you being dirty?
Are you talking dirty?
No, this was... Oh god, how the hell did I go? No, I can remember. I was just lost trying to find the right number for this place.
Lost in the sauce.
I'm kind of unfamiliar with how this town works, and this dimension for that matter.
They said the thing from the other thing that we has done together. Callbacks.
I had a meltdown and it started singing about Sesame Street.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Interestingly enough, when I was recording that, I was coming at it from the mindset that you were just literally like bouncing off the walls, just like an angry chimpanzee, and I was, I wasn't in fact trying to lull you to calm down through whatever sort of lullabies and those other screams. You were like trying to toss pots and pans at me, and I'm just like, whoa, dodge, 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 dodge!
Trivia. It's a lovely thing.
But I took what dialogue was given and I rolled with it because I was feeling random.
You done?
Yeah,
good.
it's what she does. It's what she does.
Good.
All right, now let's see if I can do a little thing. Let's have him lean down a little bit before he does the main motion. So
just what I needed.
10 bits from Stormy. Chads, could you ask Hannah to stop hiding?
All right, I'm coming. Me.
Let's see here.
I like the cheeses.
Yeah, you rang.
Oh no, not that cheese.
Dear God.
I reject this cheese.
I reiterate, you know who likes the cheeses?
Yeah, why would I do that?
I'm just reminded of that one bumper from old 90s Cartoon Network where it was like Pixie and Dixie get a restraining order on this cat. I forget what his name is.
Oh,
but,
God. I didn't think I was the only one who remembered that.
Well, of course. Just, I'm blanking on his name. I'm just... But yeah, like, he would always like, so, according to this thing, I'm not supposed to come near you nieces, right? Is, this close enough? Yep! Is he alright? I'll check!
Hey, kids.
I don't think so.
That was way long ago. Holy crap, your kudos for having a good memory on that. Oh my God.
Sometimes, interesting nostalgic things pop up on my feed whenever I'm, out and about, needing stuff to listen to while working instead of the voices in my head who constantly say, "No, you want regular Coke Classic. Diet is actually worse for you. Precious."
Precious! Oh, and 10 bits of a Storm Warden. Isn't fettuccine a type of cheese?
No, fettuccine is a pasta.
You're thinking of the Alfredo sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, having worked in an Italian restaurant / pizza shop, I know my stuff.
Alright, now begins the part I'm dreading, is the lip syncing. Just, oh God, shoot me now.
Oh God, lip
Your
sync.
favorite.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The amount of dialogue that I write in Shadow's scripts, he must fucking hate me at this point.
No, it's fine. I need to practice lip syncing more anyway, so it's not your fault.
Yeah, I've kind of noticed that, like, progressively watching your works over the years. I've noticed little ins and outs of ways to get around certain inconveniences while animating, like sometimes cutting to shots of the other person that they're talking to as they're just listening or reacting, and
it's tradition.
I'm
stuff
guilty
like
of it. I'm guilty of doing that. Yeah, I'm trying my best to work on improving my lip syncing.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just stuff I noticed because, fun fact for those who didn't know, before more than a decade ago, I actually did my hand at my own sort of animations, mostly just through MS Paint and the like when I was in high school and college. And yeah, I've sort of developed like my own sort of cheat systems, if you will, and even tried my own hand at lip syncing for a college project. And yeah, it was definitely a challenge for me, to say the least, having to do different stages of the open mouth during certain lines. But yeah, I kind of give that as a sort of a learning experience back when, interestingly enough, back when I was a weeb.
Ah, yes.
I did very, 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 very limited animation type stuff that wasn't truly animated, but I never did lip sync.
Like, you want to know, again, most of my, everybody who's been following me since the start know this. I started making my stuff, my animations in Gmod in Windows Movie Maker, of all things, and it shows.
I mean, you gotta start somewhere, right?
Yeah,
it's one of those things.
I think a lot of us started with Windows Movie Maker.
Yeah, I mean, like it was like practically the only system that was free to download, unless you had to, if we're able to have like a copy of a much better software that you had to torrent from somewhere back when torrents existed.
Ah, yes.
And Stormy snuck up on me and shot me in Gmod.
Stormy, that kills people!
Let's see.
Or so I'm told!
Why must SFM be so finicky with where the audio starts? God.
No questions here.
Where the hell did I put everything? Don't worry, I'll find it.
Sorry if I'm abnormally quiet. I too am working on a video of animation wise.
It's okay. I'm quiet too.
Me too, but that's just because
we're all kind of there, but not there.
Are there to provide moral support? I think, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, you could say that.
I'm here for moral support, and by moral support, I mean shaking Shadow upside down rigorously until he learns to like himself.
I'm self-conscious. God, I can't help it.
Who isn't?
I'm gonna shake the happy out of you.
We'll find it somewhere.
I was gonna say I didn't actually start out with Windows Movie Maker. I used something else.
What's that?
Premiere Pro, but it's an older version.
Hell yeah.
Hey, kid.
I originally started with Windows, but then, thanks to a recommendation from Z-Scubas, once to will, I upgraded to Premiere Elements.
Nice.
Yeah, funny thing about that, back then when I was, still pumping out stuff here and there in high school and college, I also started with Windows Movie Maker, and then I also upgraded to Adobe Premiere Elements as a gift, as a Christmas gift from my uncle. And
nice.
And then later on, I was able to find myself a copy of Sony Vegas, which is what I've been using ever since.
I did use Sony Vegas once, but it was back when it was still a new software, and it wasn't quite as good as it is now. Yes, there was a time where Sony Vegas actually wasn't the best software out there. Apparently.
It still isn't.
Blasphemer!
Yes, I'm a blasphemer.
I will bless your femur with the holy bone juice.
It's been good,
What?
Oh my.
Handgun actual piece of skeleton. And like, don't you do it now?
Just what I need.
Arigato.
Sorry.
What would that be, Miss Storm Warden, that you have something to say? And yeah, I think Will was breaking up there again, yeah, but...
I think he was, actually.
I'm saying, like, Blasphemer sounds like some TF2 weapon where it's a shotgun or some sort of sniper rifle made out of skeleton bits.
Why are they not investing in that?
It's reminding me of this one animation I saw. I think it's still up. It's one of my favorite Gmod animations, aside from everything that Shadow does. It's called, like, Fan Doom. I think it's by, like, On Foot Productions. I think I'm blanking on the name.
Foot?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that guy. I recognize his work. Believe me.
Yeah, because I know there was like this one bit where like for context, it was like half of all the 9 classes in TF2 plus a few ponies arguing about being divided about the Legend of Korra. And at one point, the scout gets himself blown up and turns into a skeleton, and he's like, "That didn't hurt." But then later on,
I love that gag in JMod videos.
Yeah, and then like the sniper, his own rifle is jammed, and then decides to say like, you know what, you bloody half point, I'm gonna make you my new rifle. And he actually literally makes the scout skeleton into a new sniper rifle.
Oh, God.
It's great.
There we go.
That sounds magical.
Yeah. I actually think I showed it to you once. It was like, it was the year before last, 2019, Jasper, when we were hanging out at, our friend Ellie's place, I think it was like before or after their wedding. We were just watching a bunch of stuff on her husband's TV, and I think that was one of the choices I picked, and everybody was just guffawing.
Oh, God.
I need to re-look it up.
Yeah, it's called Fan Doom. I think the thumbnail is Pinkie Pie about to use Twilight Sparkle as a magic Gatling gun again.
Oh my God.
You know what? Forget it. I believe it. Will, Jasper, this wouldn't happen to be the video you're talking about, would it?
I think that would be the video.
1 second. Yes, that is it.
Oh.
I thought I recognized what you were talking about.
Yeah.
So that begs the question, who's everyone's favorite Gmodder in terms of inspiration?
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Let's see.
Good question.
Well, definitely one of the first Gmodders I've ever watched was actually Shadow. Aside from that, I remember seeing Casey's work. That gray cartoon pony is another one of my favorites.
Yes.
Just what I needed.
Let's see. 169 PD is another one.
Oh, I'm sure I'll be very happy to hear that.
Oh yeah. And of course, Kitty 706. Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now you've made me the sad.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
I think Miss Stormborn is wanting me to drag her in here. So, what is this delivery you're talking about, Stormy? What is it that you're trying to do, Stormy?
Oh my. Stormy.
A special delivery for the inverted shadow.
Eh?
With message attached. Love yourself, damn it!
Okay, Ow!
I knew it.
And one for Jasper and the Wimp.
Ow! But I don't want no boot to the head!
Hey kids. Memories.
Ah, yes.
My favorite one is a pretty niche guy. He stopped working on Gmod a long time ago.
Who be that?
G091.
Oh my god, I remember.
And
oh.
now my delivery has been completed.
All of his
I
all
shall
of
be
his
going
stuff
back to my other call.
is unlisted apparently.
Frick.
Wow.
It has been a pleasure.
Thank you, Stormy.
Yes. And it was nice to meet everyone I have just met.
Let's see. Oh, all right. I just remembered another name of Gmarter I would watch. I wonder how he's doing nowadays. Sniper Melon.
Yeah.
Interesting to bring that up.
Actually, before I go, I'd like to thank you both for playing along with my little joke.
Hey, I'm an actor. It's what we were trained to do. So.
Yes.
No worries.
It was a pleasure. And
I
thank you
don't
for
know
having
what I did
ordered.
is about doing.
Thank you for playing along with my little joke.
It's all good.
Joke.
We get in the forehead and hold the word ransom from $1 million Deutschland dollars.
And now I shall be going because I need to be scaring Zerakdile.
Oh,
So long, farewell.
I'll be there saying goodbye.
Yes. So, alright, I've got the basic motion set out. Basically, what I do, Jasper, is what I do the pose-to-pose method of animating in SFM. It's kind of basically stop motion in SFM, but I guess you could say refined. I don't know if the word is, but meh.
Hey, makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Hey, kids.
Alright, now I'm going to mute the audio briefly so that it doesn't do that stutter as I'm trying to do this. The stutter is very weird. Oh, I forgot to, yeah.
I am currently stuffed with stuffed crust. And I have no regrets.
Oh, god damn it, you're gonna make me hungry, Jasper.
Not hunger the shadow, the Jasper, for you will get your asper beaten.
Okay, first off, what?
Okay.
That's a new one. You will get your asper beat. Okay, that's clever. I'll give you that.
Great.
Well, I gotta use that. Well, I think I'm gonna use that somewhere. Better get lost, Jasper, or you're gonna get your asper beaten by the stick.
Oh God.
You may not steal my joke. I will file copyright claim.
He will sue.
He'll do it.
But it's too funny not to share.
Okay, fine. Fair enough. You have me there.
Oh, we have a question from Rachel Hackwrench. Jasper, how knowledgeable are you with pizza in real life to be in theme with your pony Sona?
Not so much. Not as well in real life.
Nothing wrong with that.
In fact, actually, most of the reason I actually became the pizza pony was because of Michelangelo from the 2012 Ninja Turtles.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are fucking awesome.
But I know all too much about retail janitorial positions. More than I ever wanted to know.
I can relate.
But I have yet to learn the most important lesson of all. How to not want to strangle your customers.
Given how many
there is no way to
Don't
figure
really
that
have a
out.
problem.
Like, I'll be honest.
I would like to have a... Yeah.
Given how many Karens and Kevins there are out there in retail, the urge is unavoidable, I gotta say.
I don't really have a problem with customers, actually.
How do you do it?
Want to know the truth? Most of my customers have actually been pretty nice folks.
How do I get those?
Roll the die.
It's been the assistant managers who have been trouble.
You know what we need more of in the world? I think, like, I remember seeing this one post where there is, like, any guy with this one name who is always the ultimate good boy. Steve.
Oh.
I mean, think about it. We have Steven Universe, Steve from Blue's Clues.
Hey, kids.
Steve Harvey, who always knows how to crack a joke.
Yeah, but Steve Harvey cheated on several of his wives.
Okay, most Steves, then.
Oh, well, here's an interesting
There's
one.
that most Steves.
Well, firstly, hello, Ricto, good to see you. And here's a question. Here's an interesting one from Magnus. Let's see. Another question for both Jasper and Thespio. Have they thought about doing a live stream of playing L.A. Noire, but voicing them as the characters as Sam and Max?
Ooh.
I've heard. You said L.A. Noire. That's that detective game, right?
Yes, basically Grand Theft Auto, but with less violence, and basically in Los Angeles during the 40s. It's a detective game, so yes.
Yeah, I've heard about the game. Not sure about actually playing it, but that does get me thinking. That is a possible option, but probably not in the foreseeable future, at least right now. Like actually, it's a funny thing that you mention streaming over these past few weeks. I've been slowly but surely ordering some live stream hardware, so that way I can maybe start doing my own streams on whatever downtime I have. And yeah, so far I've gotten all the equipment I need. I just need to, customize like my overlays and my alerts and stuff like that, as well as my other work, like with audio. And I also just got a Fiverr request gig that I need to fulfill tonight. So yeah, like L.A. Noire doing Sam and Max. I mean, I suppose like probably the next best thing would be like maybe like redubbing cutscenes and the like. I guess I don't know. It is a possible idea, but at least for now, probably not in the foreseeable future. At least not yet. So that is an interesting idea.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's definitely something to look into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do know that aside from this, we do have another sort of Sam and Max project that's been in the pipeline for quite a while. We're still in the stages of slowly but surely editing the audio for that, and we've already received all the recordings for it. It's a it's a fic reading that Jasper wrote. Wow, how long ago was it that you wrote it?
It was back in 2016.
2016,
wow.
Right. All right. So yeah, it's been on the back burner for a while, and just have yet to find the time to really complete it. But for what it's worth, it is coming along, and so yeah, definitely expect something else along the horizon with some.
Life keeps getting in the way.
Yeah. But with some pretty interesting yet somehow sparkly fellows, if you catch my drift.
Well, there you go.
Are we talking about the rock lesbians?
Yes.
But thank you for your question, Magnus. Also, since Jasper can still see this, correct?
I can see it, yeah.
Here's what I have so far. So,
Hey kids, has your government got...
Oh.
Not too bad.
I dig it.
thank you both.
Meanwhile, I am animating, but I'm not contributing to the insanity. Someone give me an idea in this call. I can't see the check because I'm in Gmod.
Sam is acknowledging the audience.
Yes.
Also,
For I too have the otherworldly power of seeing several forms of mutation outside my peripheral vision, as well as into other worlds. Quite frankly, I need to fire my optometrist.
He's funny.
And by fire my optometrist, I mean feed him his own eyeballs to my little buddy here.
I prefer my eyes dilated with just a hint of pink.
Has your government...
But yes, along with the fic reading, I'm also planning another Sam Max comic dub of the very first comic ever.
Ooh.
Right, yeah, I almost forgot about that one.
Yeah.
It's been on the back burner a lot because I have project deficit disorder and now not enough time.
I share the same sentiment there, buddy. Like, besides, like, my workload has really exploded. Like, besides Untold Darkness, which Will and Katie are helping me with, God bless the both of their souls. Please give my regards to Katie when you next get the chance, Will.
Shall do.
Besides Untold Darkness, I've got Paper and Ink, which Katie is also helping me with. You guys are in for a treat on that. Irish Epilogue, which Will has also helped me greatly with, along with a few others.
Oh yeah, that was that was a little thing I had to record.
Yeah. That's gonna be something. So I've got
that was a load.
I've got that, I've got the Splatoon story that I was doing, some other elements of insanity stuff, just...
Do you require a voice actor for any of these things? Because I know a guy, his name is Star, and he's me.
Yes.
He's also kind of a douchebag.
And how long have you known this Mr. Me?
For far too fucking long.
But yes, most of my projects are gonna be on the back burner. It's because right now I'm currently working on a new project with Will and Lightning Bliss, but I will not share what it is yet.
Oh yeah, that's...
Meanwhile, I'm working on my own thing. Subscribe to the Pyromancers. Shameless plug.
This is a breeze.
These are shameless plugs, Jasper. You must learn how to use them.
I've heard of the Pyromancers.
Not the Pyromancers, the Pyromancers. The Pyromancers are shameless plagiarists.
I've heard a lot about you, but plagiarist is not one of the words I heard to describe you.
Oh, why you call me the plagiarist? That is a travesty!
Oh, there are other people who can be called plagiarists, but not the Pyromancers. I'm not gonna say names.
I've heard some recent stuff has gone down. I'm hoping that will clear up for you, Star.
Did I hear somebody come in?
No.
Oh, we have one from Bronyheart to Jasper Pie. I love how random and silly you are. I'm a big fan and wish to give you big cuddles. Also, can I has a large supreme pizza with cheese stuffed crust? Jesus.
Please, he's deflecting. Help him.
For those of you that do not speak, he is currently not accepting any orders at this time. Please call back never.
Also, I only allow the peoples I am close to for cuddles. And I don't know you and I want to blow the whistle on you.
Stranger danger.
That's gross.
Stranger danger! That's my purse! I don't know you!
on the night of 1,001 references.
Hi, Stormy. I think I heard you
Right
come in.
behind you.
1,002.
Right behind me. Where?
Shadow.
Yo.
Richtofen wants to join the call, if possible.
Well, provided it's not too full at this point.
Hello again.
Hello, Stormy.
But I was also trying to think of one thing to say. Oh yes. Well, I do love me some pizza. Do not forget mine hands! When my mouse migrated to unsupport clients!
Mein Hunds.
Okay, so did you want that with manicured hands or troll goblet hands?
Excuse me.
Would you like them served to you on a platter?
Yes.
Another, I want mine hands back from the pork lines that are devouring them.
Well.
I don't.
With the moon dragon.
I don't know what you get up to on Saturday nights, but try not to keep your pork rinds to yourself.
No, hang on, Jasper. You want a proper Sam Elliott impression? You really have to make sure he's as illegible as possible. It should be like, "What is that?"
Oh my lord. Ramen pizza, Jexo. Oh my god.
How would that taste? Probably bad.
That exists.
Literally just a comment from Jexo Dragon. Think about it, Jasper. Ramen pizza.
I mean, I'm sure the turtles have ordered crazier.
Very true.
I'm gonna think about it. Do you remember that one video James Rolfe did where he actually tried making slices with every single crazy combination of toppings from the original 80s Turtles?
I remember that vividly.
Oh, I felt so sorry for their stomachs afterwards.
I want to feel bad, but at the same time, they knew the risks.
I hope you had plenty of probiotics.
I remember that. Ugh, butterscotch and garlic with anchovies.
Have you ever had the anchovies?
That's making pineapple look tame right now.
Wait.
Okay, no, a lot of people like anchovies.
It's a kind of smelly smell. A smelly smell that smells smelly. Anchovies.
What?
What?
Anchovies!
Oh, and another one from Brony Heart. Jasper, what's your favorite kind of pizza?
I prefer the classic pepperoni.
Good choice.
Well, that reminds me. Today I learned that I'm not the only one that likes putting cheese sauce on my pizza.
You can do that!
Up here you can, but there's only one pizza place that does it. I wish more places would do that, actually. Because I don't really go for tomato. Hello, who goes there?
Hello, Richter.
Herr Doktor.
Ah.
Guten Tag.
Herr Doktor.
Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman. Rise and shine. Not that I wish to imply you have been sleeping on the job. No one is more deserving of a rest. And all the effort in the world would have gone to waste until, well, let's just say that your hour has come again.
Hey Sam, that Vincent Price voice is back in my head again.
The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. So wake up, Mr. Freeman. Wake up and smell the ashes.
Dear God, that gets me every fucking
Smell the
time,
ashes.
Ricto, my boy, I believe you're familiar with both Will and Jasper Pie here.
Yes.
We never met before.
Oh man!
All these voice acting voices, and I got my shitty ass Canadian voice.
Now, don't beat yourself over. Everyone has
Canadian
their
voice.
own
Collect
voice.
them all.
I gotta get the American voice and the German voice. And...
Oh man!
There's nothing wrong with the Canadian voice.
Oh, not at all.
Except when it does not have enough butt as a head.
Ow! I hate everything! So, how about that sky? Talk about blue.
Welcome to the bread bank. We've got bread. We sell loaves. We got bread on deck, bread on the floor, toasted, roasted. Please make your decision.
I'd be more than happy. Your government gone. Hey kids, has your government?
What the fuck is gluten?
I don't know.
It's gluten free.
Take that shit out.
Sam wants you. And you 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 and you. Okay, so I'm not the only one who saw that genie bit.
Yes. You are not.
There's actually a compilation of some of Genie's funniest moments, both from the movies and the TV show.
I think I know the one you're talking about.
And it makes me wish the Elan series was on Disney Plus already.
Yes.
Really? It's not on
I
Disney
do
Plus?
too. I
It's
wish
not on
most of Toon Disney's shows were on Disney Plus.
And yet Little Mermaid series and Timon and Pumbaa are up on there, but not the latter.
Aw, man.
I would also like to request that Buzz Lightyear of Star Command be put on there as well.
And Wander Over Yonder.
Which voice, though?
Well, the series had Warburton, while the actual movie the pilot movie had Tim Allen.
The Tim Allen voice was superior. In
I liked
many
what
ways, but...
I liked Wayne Knight as Zurg better than the movies are. There I say.
Yes. I have been searching and tinkering to how to mimic that voice effect.
I refuse to accept no for an answer. For the perks of being an evil emperor. Not all the popcorn pimp you can eat.
And sign that evil Emperor Zurg and sign it best wishes and send it off.
Innocent politicians, huh? Don't be so oxymoronic.
Oh, please.
Oh, there we go.
And then one of the best villains, like intimidating wise, for me was Nose 4A2.
Voiced by Craig Ferguson of all
that
people.
guy, yeah.
Hey kids, has your government gone Your government gone
I like the way Sam points at the screen.
I must know!
You must know what?
Has your government gone completely off its rocker? The answer is a resounding... It could be.
What is this from Magnus? Can I ask Thespiel if you've seen a couple of Avatar creator ponies of both his and his wife, so sees in Discord. This Discord name is Shadow Magnus. That will be have to record towards Will. I don't know if he's gotten anything of the sort. So.
Oh.
The stuttering could make for some, well, Lord knows what.
Yeah, it's pain.
It's basically inside my head most of the time when I'm trying to focus. It's a pretty good representation.
It's Sam auditioning for Banjo-Kazooie. Or in this case, it would be Sam Joe Magzushi, I think.
Yeah, you blow it. You fucking blow it. Good job.
I know I blew it.
You fucking blew it. You blew it like your nose with a cold. Okay, you blew it.
Hence why I said Gesundheit.
Well then, Mr. Scoutyman, let's see you trying to come up with better parody names.
Bob and Jim.
Get out.
Huh? You'd rather have Mama Jane's?
Get the fudge out of John's!
Dare you use such fucking language?
Rachel Hackwrench. Rick, though, didn't notice one of your pyro managements passed last year. Didn't notice him watching... What was the half-hour one? Haphazard Hereafter, was it?
Oh, yeah.
Haphazard Hereafter.
Yeah, Haphazard Hereafter. That was a friggin' behemoth of a video. I animated it. Aku animated it. Mello animated it. Shugo animated it. JC animated it. NK animated it. Knight animated it. Pretty much almost everyone played a part in this gigantic video.
Jesus.
Did Tom, Dick, and Larry animate it too?
They got fired shortly before animation began.
Shit.
And they with the departing quote, I don't even know why we sign up for these freeloader things.
Oh shit. Feels like it sometimes.
For fun.
Found them.
This is why we don't do movies.
Have you seen the fucking YouTube poop? Where it says, confound those Dover boys, they drink and drive! I fucking love that one.
I'll steam it! No one will have it!
No! You've, to Jasper, what the hell's it? You are my number one. A guy.
Backing away slowly.
I can't do the Joker for save my life, so.
Wait, which incarnation are we doing?
That was Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to do a decent Jack because I'm mostly good at doing John DiMaggio's Joker and Heath Ledger. Do I really look like a guy with a plan? You know what I am? I'm a dog chasing cars. I wouldn't know what to do with one if I caught it. You know, I just do things.
Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies.
Gone complete.
Yes.
Gone complete.
Oh, Sam, your hand's clipping into the mug. I don't want that.
See this? Even right now, my mug is clipping through this very mug that doesn't exist in any plane of existence.
You and the mug have become one, Sam.
Great. It was getting really tired trying to reach over for the cup to drink some Joe.
Ooh, and something tells me I'm gonna have to head off soon. I am needed for D&D stuff.
Shoot, that's right. I forgot how long we were going for. Don't let me keep you, Jasper.
What's your character?
I'm a surfer goat.
Hell yeah.
But yes, thank you for having me on, Shadow.
Anytime. You're free to come back anytime you like. I love having you on here.
Best of luck, and careful that someone doesn't cast Fireball on you.
Too late.
But yes, I will try to come on more of these streams next time I'm available, which is actually quite soon, because next week I start my vacation! Woohoo! Before I get to bid the story, TTS, ta-ta, suckers!
Later.
Later, Skeletor.
Why are we laughing?
Anyways, for real
Okay,
though,
gotta be
peace
honest
out,
before
I
Jasper leaves.
Peace, Jasper,
I
my
can't-
boy.
I can't wait to
Before
see.
you leave,
What?
you, Electric Star, Thespio, you three are definitely three of my favorite people for improv, definitely.
Yes.
It's funny because it's funny.
Gosh.
Oh, shucks.
Well, it was
But
nice
yes.
to meet you.
Nice meeting y'all. Also,
Likewise.
hope to be back here soon in the future, and can't wait to see more of the finished product.
Bon voyage.
Laters.
Later.
Later.
Laters.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yes.
I think I kind of got what I wanted out of Gmod. I mean, out of the session.
Hello.
Oh, yes.
And
Hello, I'm
Time
Colin
too.
Mockery.
Apparently, I'm losing my connection onto.
Oh, that'd be because Rack's rendering.
Have you been to Canada?
Yeah, I lived there.
That's what I was gonna say. As a been to Canada, I live in Canada.
I haven't left Canada.
You know that Africa's a continent. There's anyone who gets that reference.
That's fucking.
Oh wait, no, Rack crashed.
No, what is it?
I hope that wasn't because of me. If it is, I'm sorry,
Yeah, it
Rack.
wouldn't be. It isn't. It isn't.
Oh, the name is escaping me.
Hmm.
Half in the bag. No, not half in the bag. That's Red Letter Media.
Yeah.
I don't think Mike and Jay can improv that well.
Nah. It's whose line is it anyway?
Yeah, whose line? Shit, that's
The
what it was.
classic one.
Well, I mean, I got the screenshots.
Drew Carey's
I
acting
wanted.
tips.
Rack, I hope you didn't lose too much work.
No, he didn't crash. Apparently, only you and Rob timed out.
Oh.
I'm still here somehow. I'm just thinking for that video of like Meet the Spy with the scout line. Oh, hey, it's still here.
Hey, it's still here.
Open your
Well,
present.
The office rocker?
It's okay. I think I got what I want.
Look, it's Geppetto on DVD.
Hey, Merry Christmas, John, Timmy. Look, it's Geppetto on DVD.
Has your government gone complete?
We now welcome you back to Drew and Friend.
Drew and Friends. And now join us for Drew Carey's house payment.
Oh, fuck. You're all gonna pay.
I have the power to hire and fire.
Oh, it's Ragadile.
What?
Oh. And he's inviting me back in. Well, okay,
Yeah,
sure.
because you crashed.
Yeah, that's right, I did.
I mean, that's
I lost
probably
my
a scene you
connection.
could build here.
Okay, Rack, sure, I can come back in and see
Honestly,
if
you know-
there's anything else I'd like to do.
I know that Cyberpunk 2077 was something of a flop. Well, not really a flop. You know, it's been something somewhat controversial due to all the bugs. And
Yeah, because it's all
surrounding
bugging
it.
and stuff.
Government gone completely
yeah, I
opposite.
mean, with the day one bugs, but
Storyline
storyline was quite decent. But because of that, I will always forevermore associate aviators with either the T-1000 or Johnny Silverhand. In fact, I just added a pair of aviators to a model, and I'm just kind of like hearing it. It's like in my mind's ear, to use a turn of phrase, just like the song "Chippin' In" the game. Because I used to have the thing is the one radio station I would always use would be the rock station because you know, like rock music. I'm just constantly hearing "Chippin' In" now every time I look at those glasses.
Completely off its rocker?
Completely off its rocker. Eh.
Yeah. Again, working with what I can with this stutter on board, but
Let's see what else you got to say, Sam.
Fair, the best way of animating, if you don't want to put up with that, you know, if you're not actually animating lip sync, is to temporarily mute the sound in the in.
Well, I
sort of
need
like-
the audio so I can hear where the syllables are, so...
I meant if you're not actually animating the lip sync parts or syncing it to the actual sound. Like when you're doing like other parts of the animation, but when you're lip syncing, it's definitely a must having the sound on for obvious reasons.
Right.
But if you're scrubbing and you're not animating the lip sync or doing part of an animation that has lip sync, ugh. The number of times I've had to scrub audio and just gone bleh.
I can see your point there, Stormy. Yeah. Is there no shortcut to, like, just mute it? No keyboard shortcut to mute it? Or...
Should be. I remember what it is, because I usually use the actual mouse.
Yeah, it's whatever. Hey, Mercy. I'm sorry you're feeling all that. Yeah. Does Cheesecake have any restraining orders? What?
Well, reality has a restraining order against him.
I'm not gonna be Mercy.
And no, Sonic Channel fan, Will is still here. Again, just keep in mind he's out on his job, so if he mutes, you'll know why. So.
Yeah, I am out on the grind, pounding the pavement.
Yes.
Nose to the grindstone, you know.
Yeah, but
Snuck as a bucket of truck.
Given how I'm not doing any creative work myself, I can multitask a little better. Thank heavens for Bluetooth.
Yes.
But of course.
When it works, of course.
Actually, now that I think about it, whoever came up with the name Bluetooth for technology was like some guy who had like some horrific dental surgery and felt like, one of my teeth has just turned blue from all the blood splurting out. You know what? That'll be a great name for a piece of technology. Sir, how is that related in the slightest? I have no idea. I may or may not be high on anesthetic.
Oh my
That's
god.
Oh god, I'm just imagining imagining getting high on Novocaine.
Oh, he's one hell of a drug, I can tell you that right now.
Well, technically, I mean, it is just one prefix away from cocaine. Novocaine. Not hard to see a connection.
It's smooth. Smooth shit.
Like, hey, yo.
Yeah.
You got some Nova on me, motherfucker?
Yeah, how much you got?
Binged.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Looks clean. Doesn't smell. Sound legit. Okay, we got a deal here.
All right, so, same time next week?
Yeah. See that.
All right, cool. We saw nothing.
Yeah.
You know, just as you say that, I find a bong drop from GTA 5.
Shadow?
What?
What's wrong with us?
I think the better question is what's right with us.
Exactly.
Much better question.
What?
I'd say that's a much better question.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, wait, I'll one up you. Instead of what's wrong with us or what's right with us, what is neutral with us?
I have no idea!
You know, I've been asking myself, you know, that keeps me up nights. That is a very good one.
The things with, I'm honestly shocked I did not go into stand-ups.
Oh. Well, to be fair, you're a funny son of a bitch, Will, so...
Yes, you are.
I won't lie. There have been times where, sometimes I would have these rambles with either friends of mine or with my wife, and I keep on thinking to myself, should I write some of the stuff down? Should I try my hand at open mic, comedy clubs, or bars, or something like that? Because I remember fun fact, back when I used to attend anime conventions, specifically Anime Expo, every 4th of July, there was one time where I actually did try an audition for Last Comic Standing. I didn't make it, but it was an interesting experience trying to, not only come up with funny material relating solely to anime, but actually also sitting in the audience watching these other people, do their magic. It was an interesting experience, and I don't know, like the first time I tried it, I felt like, nah, you know what, I gave it a shot, not for me. But I'd be lying if I say that thought hadn't crossed my mind in recent months. Like, you know what, maybe I should try it again. Now that I have a bit more sharper grip on the craft. I mean, like the first time I tried it, I was still in college, and yeah.
What is this one from WMTF2? Surprise, Shads and I'm Shadow having a guest starred in Whose Line Is It? Anyway, you guys have a brilliant improv.
It's so funny. It's so fucking funny.
That reminds me, I did find a Whose Line Is It Anyway set map on VR Chat the other day.
Oh boy.
Ooh,
And it does have Drew's desk and 3 buttons. One is the buzzer, the second is the doorbell ring, and 3 go down.
No.
Go down.
I am intrigued. Maybe I should also invest in a VR thing. Probably a lot further down the line, but
Funnily enough, we have another question from Yuval. Will, how's things going with you and Midnight Sonata?
Things are going fairly well. We're we're doing what we can to stay safe and still have a roof over our heads. But aside from that, we're doing fine. Taking it day by day. Making strides on her short film. I mentioned in my update video we're up to a first draft right now, and once we make some refinements here or there, we then have to look for a composer to hire for the musical score and a few other things here and there. I forget when we're shooting to have it done. I want to say maybe by June or July. Don't quote me on that, but it is being worked on. But aside from that, I'm staying busy. She's staying busy. We're both making strides where we need to be in our careers, and yeah, we're still lucky to have each other. So thanks for asking.
Honestly, bless the both of you. You're both talented, and you're both a beautiful couple. And your door beatus is killing me on the inside. Please stop.
Never.
Which, funnily enough, mentioning Katie. I don't know how you or her might take this. I ended up because, for those of you who have been following the Paper and Ink series, you know that one of the next videos is an interlude with Katie's character Melantha singing a cover of All Eyes on Me. And the story behind that is a little interesting because before that point, Katie sent me a demo of her singing the song and just... Jesus Christ, the pipes on your woman, Will. Just...
Well, I mean, granted, she does have at least 15 to 20 years of singing training under her belt, so would you honestly expect anything less?
It fucking shows that she has that much experience, because holy crap, this and the Gospel of Dismay thing, oh my goodness.
Oh, I love Gospel of Dismay.
Which, funnily enough, I on a whim, since I was working on Paper and Ink at the time, I played that little demo that Katie sent me for the stream, and everybody else has agreed that she did a divine job on that.
I'll say.
No pun intended.
Well, I'm glad people liked it. We actually are considering at some point posting a full cover of that song, either some by herself or maybe with me as a duet partner at some point in the future. We just have yet to figure it out and the like. But yeah, that is something that we have maybe in the pipelines.
Yeah, and before anybody asks, okay, I don't know when the All Eyes on Me video is coming. The only thing I know is that, from what Will has told me, Katie has finished recording the first draft or whatever it was that he said. So it's happening. Please be patient, as I know you all can be. I am, so all of you can too.
Yeah, so far, she's recorded like the first round of like 3 takes, and I just have yet to go over it because I'm helping with mixing and stuff. But it is something that's going to be on the pipeline. Just I have to take care of a few other things on my plate first.
Yeah, no, understandable. Please, please continue to take your time. You know, I am a patient son of a bitch, and I don't like to rush people. So.
Of course, I appreciate that, Shadow.
Anytime, Will, my friend. And Stormy, you might be wanting to keep your eye on the chat because I think we've got a troublemaker back in here.
Oh boy.
Yes, it's me. I'm causing trouble.
Or the Discord. I can keep an eye on
the stream chat.
Right. Gotcha.
Speaking of the Gospel of Dismay, he appears from the shadows to rain his sweet blessings upon me. The figure of ink that shines in the darkness. I see you, my savior. I pray you hear me. Those old songs,
yes, I see who you mean.
I still sing them. For I know you are coming to save me, and I will be swept into your final loving embrace. But love requires sacrifice. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
I said, can I get an amen?
I said amen.
Hey, freaking men.
I say, God, that part of the game creeped me out.
It got me, and I'm Shadow good when we first played Chapter 2.
He will set us
Especially the part where he knocks you out and then ties you up.
Let's see.
Let's see. It's like the thing with me streaming SFM is that I tend to go quiet because SFM is more intricate.
You gotta focus, right?
Well, because SFM is much more intricate than Gmod is, so you know it's yeah.
No, it's understandable.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I mean, it's actually like it's one of the reasons. Like back when I was fully deciding if I wanted to do streams or not, I don't think I'm able to stream like any of my audio work because I too tend to that requires my full attention with my ears, so it's hard to really divvy up my attention properly with that.
Totally understandable. And yeah, thank you, Hermie, for the kind words. I appreciate it. Well, in the meantime, I guess Turk and I could also give an update on Untold Darkness, if he is willing.
What about what now?
Untold Darkness, since, you know, maybe I guess he and I could give an update on things since we're, you know...
Oh yeah, hey Stormy. There's more than 2 people who know the terrible deep secrets of Untold Darkness now.
What?
He's in this call.
A little learning is a dangerous thing. Drink deep, or taste not the Purian spring.
Again?
Yeah, so...
So
You mean
cold.
Ricto, don't you?
Oh yeah. Ricto now knows all of the deep, dark, terrible shit that is to come in Untold Darkness. It was actually quite a lot of paragraphs that I typed out to him. I felt like I was boring him with how much I was typing out on him.
No,
Oh
dude.
yeah, that's right. You two were bouncing ideas off each other last night.
Dude, I'm telling you. You were not boring me one bit.
Yeah, I mean, I technically too am sort of aware of what's going on in Untold Darkness, given how I'm a character in that, and only after reading the second episode just to go over context of what's going on, it's oof.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's like it's a combination of oof and oh yeah, that's good stuff right there, boy.
Again, I'm gonna say it right now. Nobody in the audience here is ready for episode 2. It's where shit kicks you in the dick real hard and doesn't let up. It's going to be heavy. I will warn you all right now.
And Stormy may think that they have an idea about episode 2's turnout, but nah.
No, that's not quite what I meant. I didn't mean the turn out the episode, but I meant a few certain details. I think I might have an idea.
A certain detail.
I'm just gonna go get some water. I'll be right back.
All I'll say is I deciphered in both videos your little messages.
You little bastard.
Thank you for that. I'm doing okay, Diamond Relic. Thanks for asking. And you've all... I know the Pyromanders have a VIP server. I don't know if they have a specific server for their team specifically, so I wouldn't know. Star's the guy you want to be asking.
Yes, who is what and where and when?
You've all in the chat was asking if the Pyromanders have their own Discord.
Yes, we have a VIP Discord, which is often for fans and stuff, and we have the private Discord, which is where the team does do.
Yeah,
only
none of us
the
here
members of the Pyromancers may enter the private one.
Yeah, which
Only
means
the
none of the
knows.
Yep, which means none of the people in this call except Ricto and Electric Star, who are Pyromancers, have actually.
It will give you a secret, though. Not a whole lot of stuff happens, really.
Yeah, it's a nice chill place.
It's the inner workings.
Mostly we discuss ideas and scripts and a lot of gameplay for shenanigans and stuff. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
We enjoy the simple things.
The real crazy stuff happens on the VIP.
Tell me about it. Well, don't literally tell me about it. I already know.
Well, see here, it's mostly around this one program called Discord, and what it allows you to do is it
It lets you speak to strangers on the internet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then in the it was just yesterday I pitched a music track to Turk from one of my favorite games, and he was like, "Yes, this is perfect."
Absolutely, it encapsulated everything that I was thinking for
Good.
Whatever happens in that particular part of the story.
Sorry, I spaced out. What happened? I was in Gmail. What happened?
I pitched a music track to Turk for Untold Darkness, and he was like, "Yes, this is perfect."
Originally, I had I didn't look too hard though, to be fair. But originally, I showed Shadow this slowed down genocide track from Undertale, and I was like, "Yeah, this could work maybe."
Oh,
and then Ricto's like, "Here's the real shit," and I'm like, "Oh fuck."
Of course, because Undertale, fuck this shit, off to my Sims.
Oh man,
there is more than just me dumping spoilers into Ricto's ears as to why I would tell him all of that though. But I'm sure you'll see once we get all the voice actors and footage together.
Indeed.
SFM physics mod. Why do I know that?
Oh, SFM physics mod is a mod for Source Filmmaker that adds a similar physics to Gmod. You can simulate actual physics, but it requires a bit of setting
I should have seen that coming. Wundersnow with a mini sub bomb. Ugh. Thank you for that.
I've tried using SFM physics mod myself, or at least I've not tried it, but I've watched a tutorial on it.
Okay, yeah, SFM physics. I was wondering why you two brought that up because I just noticed Diamond Relic mentioning it in the chat. So.
Yeah. But yeah, not many of us have actually used it in answer to that question.
Still. Physics simulation. Yes, I remember. It was from pony.sfm or ponysfm.com. Or at least that was the first time I heard of it, but I don't think it was a workshop add-on. Because let's be honest, most of the SFM workshop consists of FNAF clone characters, am I right?
Yeah.
Let me get the read.
I should have seen that coming too. Wundersnow with 500 bits. When you stream and I'm in the audience, there's one thing that's consistent: the sub and or bit bombs. The foundations of me being basically a meme here. I mean, you're more than just a meme. It's nice having you in the audience and all that stuff. Am I right, lads and lasses?
Indeed. Indeedy.
Indubitably.
Rocker.
Oh, right. Nothing, just, oh, you left the session.
What
the heck is he doing? Smoking a cigar.
Yes. Whatever it is, yes.
Smoking a cigar? What the fuck? Oh my god, he is.
What?
You're all furries.
You're a furry too.
You're all furries.
I remember that.
Actually reminds me, when I was telling Richter all this stuff, this is the only image that came into my mind after he heard everything. We'll post it in chat.
For I've been re-educated.
Fucking love that post.
Is funny.
Indubitably.
It's funny till it's dark and evil and depressing.
Not gonna lie, that guy almost looks like a very old and senile George W. Bush.
Yeah, he kind of does, doesn't he?
Like, fear, not American citizens, for I have been reeducated.
He would butcher it. He would butcher it.
I've been reeducated.
He would fucking butcher it. He would.
He would say that. I've been reeducated by my nuclear brethren. He's just like that. He's just like that guy who always does pronouncing things incorrectly.
You did a parody of that yourself in Blind Still thing, didn't you, Will?
Yeah, I did, and I actually got the original guy who started it to like retweet me for that, and I was like, the guy was me! Ah!
Hey!
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Another thing I don't really like much about SFM is that sometimes the audio will desync and make me think I'm, not animating in the right place. It's very disorientating.
Whenever you're doing the playback, or whenever you're actually animating it?
Animating, like for example, if I play it now, this...
Has your government gone completely off its rocker?
Maybe it's just me, and maybe the render will be fine. I don't know.
I think it may also be the fact that how quickly you scrub the timeline.
Hey.
I usually only scrub like for personally when lip syncing myself, I like kind of do a basis thing. I do like a rough like a rough usually like a rough kind of like a mouth opening and closing for each syllable. Then I'll actually go along after.
Welcome to the abyss.
Inquiller,
welcome
to the
the rest of the
insanity.
actual animation later on, but
My opinion on English VTubers, as in the people that use that avatar when they stream.
Yes.
Well, some of them can be entertaining, although I don't really watch them all that much. I mean, besides Kizuni AI, or whatever the hell her name is.
Ecum Bookum.
Ecum Bolkum.
I have to make a terrible admission to the chat. I'm a Gargura fanboy. I'm down the rabbit hole, boy. Is off.
Smart money.
Oh!
However, I don't simp. I don't spend money.
Sub Wundershow with $4. So I sub-bombed, I bit-bombed, and here's the third of the trilogy. I decided to share a little of the donation from my most recent stream with you. Well, thank you very much for that, sir. I don't know what to say. I'm very
Smart
grateful.
money.
Hey. And
Sounds like something else just came up, too.
Foxy with another $10. Just... I never expected.
Make that money rain. When are you going to become a VTuber, Shadow?
We're really going there?
Lock yourself away in Japan, never return to society, but make much more money.
And Wunderstuff again. Oh my god, smart money.
Technology is really just crazy.
That's right.
Inquiller, how about you not? Jesus.
I like that idea a lot, Inquiller. I like that idea. I think you should actually do that show for me, please.
Well, I mean, the inverted shy guy was a start. So.
That's true. We can only go up from here.
It's like the scene
In more ways than one.
It's like the scene from Squidbillies. Bigger. Little bigger.
Little bigger.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, the inverted shy guy was a fun one. Like... Inverted shadow. What do you mean inverted shadette? Like just a.
As in with the
like
fucking
Shad's
crown?
wearing the super crown and just doing Rule 63.
I like that idea.
I mean, I suppose we could find a female soldier model.
Like female Shadow, isn't that just paper cut?
Yeah, basically, actually, yeah.
You gotta give me that one!
Okay, but I will maintain this. Right now, I'm just imagining the face of my pony in the when she made a cameo in Untold Darkness. When
Oh my god, please!
Cupcake in her mouth, just glaring while you're doing your monologue.
Please, can somebody clip that one?
Damn, that got him good.
Glaring
I'm sorry.
behind, I think it was Ruby
I'm
Sunshine,
sorry, but
just like the background.
Will, kudos to you for that one.
I I give you full permission to animate a Stream Shenanigans video with that material. You're welcome.
I mean, again, these VODs always go on my second channel now, so I'll definitely have to dig this moment out. Thank you so much for that one.
You know what? I'll give you a second one for free. Doopy doopy doo! Don't think I don't hear you using that sometimes.
Oh God.
Oh my
I
side.
know all and I see all.
My
I see everything. He knows everything.
His lungs are gonna pop out.
I am the ancient. I am the land. And I'm okay with this.
Oh my fucking side.
But I think being a god will be quite all right.
Oh my god. Well, thank you for the clips of yourself and everybody else.
Oh, that's fun.
That was brilliant.
Yeah. It's what that does.
Oh man.
That's a good one.
Which is funny considering Papercut actually is an Untold Darkness, and before anybody asks, yes, I have gotten Scribbler's attention to voice her again, so.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, let's be honest, Scribbler does a wonderful job voicing Papercut.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah, like especially after hearing her and like especially in the beginning of episode 2, it's like that's the performance I'm looking for. Someone who through it alone can almost get me choked up, and sometimes that doesn't happen much.
Yeah, I'll be completely honest with y'all. Like when Scribbler gave me that audio and I listened to how broken she made Papercut sound, I was like, oh my god, do I feel ever bad for my own character?
Definitely done a job then.
Which is ironic considering, in the terms of broken character, I now have her as the voice of Rarer Fruit, since Anna has gone professional and I have lost contact with her, so.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. But Scribbler does that very well because, well, her rarity, her voice is such a treat as well, so. Yeah.
Oh yes, that is right. And then a certain else had to cover for the role of Miss Hair Voltaire.
And what do you know? Foxy with who's the 1,000 bits. This is simply brilliant.
Experience at the same time.
Brilliant! You reject your own nose because it represents the glitter of commercialism. Why didn't I think of that?
We're moving on.
I see I'm not the only one who considers the Jim Carrey Grinch a guilty fucking pleasure.
Oh, no, you are. The all-time favorite with me.
Hang on, I'm probably gonna have to go. Maybe. Let me just
Alright.
double check something. Oh, I see. Never mind for now then.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Okie dokie, Loki.
That shouldn't take long, I guess.
Artichoke.
Now begins the tedious process of smoothing all this out so it actually looks decent. At least I hope it'll look decent.
So smooth, I can't take it. I'm flying all over this place.
It's just sliding out of this chair. And
Well, that was
that's depressing.
I haven't said much, but I must take my leave because I have to get food. I'm really, really hungry, and I haven't eaten anything all day.
Understandable.
Okay, you
You best remedy that boy.
Oh, there he goes.
I'm back for a second. I may return. Maybe.
Okay, just go get your food, your Tesla coil.
I was about to say you ate fast.
Also, one more thing.
Yes.
I'm just doing it to fuck with you, Ricto.
Of course. Goodbye.
Of course.
And before we know it, he'll be back with
One more thing.
Jesus!
And then it'll be
What happened?
more things.
Thank you again, Vunderstell, for the 500 bits. I was gonna say, whenever you see the chat welcoming me, you may want to brace for subs, bits, and or donations. Just saying.
Just saying.
Wait a minute, did someone say William F? What?
Who wants to be a millionaire?
That never happened.
What gave me the idea to create channels based on insanity? Well, I mean, keep in mind, like, when I first made my channel, The Inverted Shadow, before I did that, I was doing Let's Plays under...
That's right.
Do you know how young and stupid I was back then? My channel
I
was...
love your original name.
Who wasn't young and stupid back then?
I'm guilty of that as well.
Same.
You want to know how stupid and guilty of that cardinal sin I am? I played Sonic 06.
Based here.
You monster!
I know, and I still have the disc copy.
Dear God.
Too.
And no,
Madman!
oh, but the rabbit hole goes deeper, unfortunately.
Eh?
Me and my stupid ass bought some of the DLC that it came with it.
Hell yeah!
Okay, yeah, I never went that far.
I will say that the only good thing to come out of that was, 1, the soundtrack, and 2, Mephiles.
Oh,
Don't
Oh
at me.
yeah, same here. Actually, I confess.
Because, I mean,
yeah.
the game can be shit, but the soundtrack can be kick-ass. Because that is evident amongst several titles.
So you're not confessing, are you? Bring in the comfy chair!
Oh no.
Oh, good. This
Not the comfy
metallic
chair.
one was really doing kill on the glutes.
But yeah, that's kind of the thing, is that I started on YouTube doing Let's Plays, and then when, you know, my old channel, that channel died, I moved to the other channel I made for Gmod stuff, and it kind of just took off from there. I didn't even expect it would go that far, nor did I think I'd get caught up in My Little Pony of all things, but hey, if it wasn't for all that, I wouldn't be here among all these wonderful people, so...
Let's be honest, did any of us expect to enjoy a TV show that was made for young audiences?
No.
Funny how life works like that in very mysterious ways.
Hey, I'm not guilty of that.
Yeah, you still have to hold up to that one promise you made in that one video. You would have to shoot your beard off if you ever became one.
Oh no.
The fact somebody remembers that.
Of course, because I love binging the profound Discord and Skype moments. I just love that one moment. Turkish, I'm scared. Turkish, I'm scared. Turkish. Are you? It's just something gentle, like, are you?
Are you?
I think the first profound Skype moments thing I ever saw was when Iron Shadow was going on a whole diabetes attack.
Yes, that was the first episode.
I remember that.
I remember that as well. Oh my god. Then again,
It was
I
hilarious.
binge watched the entire channel, so
Brushy.
even the old stuff.
I have confessed to binging the old stuff as well, but still, that's what got me hooked.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because, like, the thing with my old stuff, and in regards to Untold Darkness, Turkish knows this as well, if he will allow me to speak on it, is that with, you know, with Untold Darkness, besides the origins to the elements of insanity for episode 2, we're also, am I free to say who else is getting an origin, Turkish?
I think so, because there was a lot of previews in the first trailer, right?
Yeah. Is that also, besides that, yes, we're giving an origin to Kami, but besides giving her an origin, besides giving her an origin, we're also retconning pretty much all of her original story because, god damn it, is it ever so bad.
Most of her story, or the where she is or located in her original videos is pretty much the same, but for videos like Kami versus Saxon Hale are definitely that one actually had my very first appearance in it because I was still one of Shadow's trolls. And he put me in out of spite, and I was like, "This is epic."
It wasn't even. I don't even think it was.
Should I be offended? Nah, I'm honored.
I still was a bit of an asshole back then because I was so stupid.
Oh, come on.
Again,
it was
we
a
were
character
all-
development scenario.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Again, I will say this, and despite people not really being into the series, it still has some good points because, and the series I'm talking about is Ruby, but one of the quotes was like, that desire for you to go back and tell yourself, hey, don't do this, or you much rather be doing this. That is just evidence of showing how far you have grown.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to agree, yeah.
Very true. I mean, hey, if anything, Turkish and I have grown a lot over the years, so hey, I'm not complaining about that. So.
Yeah, that relationship has changed drastically over 10 years.
Isn't that right, honey?
Smart money.
Jesus. Okay.
From Shadow's biggest enemy to Shadow's wife.
Here comes the bride, all dressed in
black.
Here comes
Black.
the bride, all dressed in white, and about to steal all your alimony.
Speaking of that, Foxy with another $20. Time for smart money.
Here comes the bride, all dressed in dark.
That's right.
I can just so see that, dearly beloved, we gather here today to celebrate holy matrimony between this gentleman and.
Oh my god, okay.
Oh, I've just realized.
This is still going. Boiled shrimp with $5. No arguing. You will accept this whether you like it or not. You deserve every penny.
Well, yes.
Tough love, baby.
I know. It's this kind of positive reaffirmation that I barely need because I'm so self-conscious. God damn it. And
no, dude. Trust me. I get you. I believe it or not, as confident as I may seem at times, I suffer from it too. It is
not fun.
Asking me to admit that and own up to whatever sort of talents and skills I had. To me, that's like on the same level as like, would you be willing to cut off one of your toes?
Oh boy.
Yeah. Thank you, Foxy. Yeah.
So, but no, trust me, I get you. I feel you, bro.
Yeah. But hey, you know, I mean, if anything, I'm sorry, just remembering my own history with you, Will. It's just hard to think. We met back at BronyCon. God, which one was it?
What?
I only remember that it was after the SFM Ponies panel that one year when Doom Guy was there.
Yeah, I want to say what I think.
I think it might have been 2016. No, I think that was way too far.
No, I want to say I think it was maybe like either maybe 15. I think
possibly
because like possibly because I remember. I'm trying to remember like what year. I think it was like the year after we met at BronyCon. The following one, I think, was the year where you started the tradition of like being our roommate, my roommate in the hotel room I booked and all that.
Because I'm trying to. I know for a fact that it was the end of the SM Ponies panel. I was just talking with some of the guys, and then you were there, and you were like, "You're the inverted shadow," and then we headed off from there. And I believe, I remember vividly you were asking if I needed a voice actor, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think so. I think like back then I was. I know I think it was about like a year after I first started, dipping my toes into the community, and I think it was around the time I was trying to look for consistent gigs, and I remember watching your stuff beforehand, including stuff like this, stuff like that, and of course elements of insanity. And I felt like, hey, you know what? This seems like a cool cat. I'd love to work with him, and the rest is history.
Oh, you're making me blush, dude. Stop it.
Because I want to say, I think it was either 14 or 15. I'm trying to narrow down which one specifically.
Because I remember that. I remember when we met there. Then I remember vividly the next year when I was going to. You were on another panel getting ready. I remember vividly as clear as fucking day. I was like, you. Like we just exchanged some banter there before I had to go off and wander off the con some more. And I think the year after that is when we did the whole tradition of, me rooming with you and your crew, and ironically, that was the year I first met Lily.
Welcome. Right, yeah. I remember now.
Yeah. And thank you, Diamond Relic, for the tier 1 sub, appreciate that. But really, I gotta say, Will, real heart-to-heart between you and I, it's just, I don't know if it was fate led you to me, or fate led me to you, but the fact that we are still friends and working along to this day, I wouldn't trade that for the fucking world, dude. Just thanks for being a friend and a goddamn talented dude to work with.
Bloosh. but yeah, no sweat, dude. It's it's what I does. One of my main things in life is just golden rule: don't be an ass.
Indeed. I mean, being able to work with you and your wife, Katie, is just it's a privilege and an honor, because I don't have words to describe how lucky I consider myself to be able to still call both of you friends. Just
I remember actually seeing the your Adventures at BronyCon video, where it was Will proposing to Katie,
yes.
And I remember watching it. I was waiting for my class to start at my community college. I think it was back in either 16 or I can't remember off the top of my head. But
it was BronyCon 2017 that I proposed.
Okay, no, yeah, it was. If that's the case, then yeah, I believe it was 2015 where you and I first met, Will.
Yeah, I think it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And here we are now.
It's still weird considering what Will has done. He's done Lyra and Bonbon for the Lyra stuff. He's done the Unicorn and Pinkie Pie's Exotic Adventure. And funnily enough, since he mentioned it earlier, I guess I can spoil this much. Now he's doing Ass Spike in the Elements of Insanity series. If I think he is still, right?
Yeah, I think I remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was it you who came to me to fill the role, or did I come to you? I cannot quite put my finger on it.
I believe it was me who approached you about it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I do still have your audio. It's just I still haven't gotten to the video that uses it yet, because I am. Yeah. But I do know for a fact that for those who are just ever so still pestering me about that series, the Brutalite video is next. It's just I have to rewrite it and all that good stuff, because the original the original script I had is ancient as fuck.
You do you, man. You does what you has to make it all polished like.
Yeah.
Also, something that speaking of script writings and materials, I'm surprised that Turk here really enjoyed the story and or lore. Well, not really lore, but just the plans I got for any Splatoon content that I have planned.
I did, and I don't even like Splatoon.
Yeah, imagine that.
It was quite interesting to read.
I'm still shocked that you thoroughly enjoyed Niquem's design.
I do. It's fucking sick as hell.
Good.
It's just I'm always like, oh man, I hope models can do it justice in some way, because that art is just fantastic.
Yes.
Oh
Nikki
God.
is a very talented artist.
God, Rachel Hackridge. Speaking of Katie, I'm guessing this is directed towards Will. Speaking of Katie, can't resist the tweet she sent with Will holding her obsessively. That mind tone is classy.
I'm what?
Rachel, I think Rachel Hackridge is quoting something from, I think it was Katie's TikTok, where I believe it was you and her in bed, and you were clutching her tightly, and you were like, "Mine."
Oh.
Yeah.
I think to this most popular from what she recently did for New Year. She was on this audio. She was in the door with her witch up. It's like Christmas and prepare for the new dawn, and the audio is just strictly. Who do you ride us? Oh,
Also, I regret to inform you, Will, I think you're breaking up again.
Yeah, it was a robot screaming.
Going back. You've gone back into the future, love.
Yeah, I was dead tired. And,
I think that spy actually got him this time.
Oh no.
I have
I'm still loving that contrast, though. Everyone has a story about, like, I finally met him, Shadow, and then there's me, oh, that fucker Shadow, I hate him so much.
Speaking of that, I don't know if it was one of your vids, Turk, or if it was one of Shad's, but I know that it was your avatar that used one of the quotes from one of the Star Wars games.
Yeah, Dasan.
Yeah, Dasan.
You desire this woman? Come, take her.
Yeah, when I was still settling on what I wanted for his voice, Dasan was like, oh, I love Dasan so much, I'll take him.
Yeah, Dasan's a great character, but he's an absolute asshole, especially in that first boss fight when you have to lose. And
It's a
like,
forced
you think,
failure
okay,
in a
I
Star
gotta
Wars
beat this
game.
guy, and then you get your ass kicked.
Oh,
forced
be right
failure.
back, guys. My wife's calling me. Give me 1 second. Be right back.
No worries, no worries.
Boogity boogity, I'm back.
Oh, hello, Jasper.
Look who's back.
So bad news the session had to be rescheduled.
Oh shit! What happened?
Computer issues.
Oh dear.
Classic D&D scheduling.
And it was on this day, on the 12th, that the D&D players finally got together to decide a date for 8 to actually play the next session.
That sounds
Truly,
right.
such a profound gathering.
So what did I miss?
What did I hate? What are you doing here too, rejoining at the same time?
The boys are back in town, obviously.
Boys are back in town. The boys are back in town.
I don't know. Maybe he's feeling a little hoarse.
Oh,
money.
Really?
This is still going.
I'm
this
sorry,
is still going. Foxy with $40. As a brilliant animator, you deserve this. Ah!
I mean, for me, I've got to get back into the animating game, and yes, Star, I see you holding that pistol to my head. Yes, I will learn Gmod one of these
In the
days.
next misadventure that I can't say the name of publicly, there are scenes that do not require lip syncing.
Okay, you
Oh,
can
yeah.
put the Glock down. I get the picture.
No, I'm gonna hold the Glock to the back of your cranium until you fucking do it.
That's alright, you can transform out of that now. And it just transforms at that request.
This was not voice activated. Either way, I'll just stab you in the back of the neck.
So yes, sad news, no D&D. Good news is I can hang out here more.
Yeah, more Salmon Max.
You're with us forever.
Come and play with us forever.
Man, I can't
and
believe that you remembered the fucking
ever,
Dasan line
and
so long
ever.
ago.
Sam,
And
the
ever.
voices in my head are back again. Only this time they're not telling me to do illegal things with penguins.
Hey kids, has your government gone completely off its rocker?
And now I'm having anxiety because I realize Sam's not here! I'm gonna die!
I know, boiled shrimp. And yes, Hermie, hashtag donate to Shads. God, yeah.
Do it. No, wait, I said it wrong. Do it.
And also, Rachel Hackfringe, speaking of Jasper, how's that wedgie years ago in Coal Town? Wedgie?
It was from the Green Inferno episode of Tuesday Analysis.
Did you say do it?
Yeah, the analyst energy one. That one.
Do it.
I really wish the floor was soft like the marshmallow.
I'm just suddenly expecting a frying lave.
Frying lady?
Frying lady?
Oh, lady! I know a lady with high-heeled shoes and socks and pantyhose. Oh, pretty lady!
What are you doing? Get back there.
Oh, it's a G morning. People were gonna do a thing for real. Now you see, you funny people. The G modding is the superb form of animation. It is comedy. It is taking a well-structured person and making him bend all willity and nility. That is comedy, my friends. Oil, the way his bones are all dejangled.
And we can't forget the universal method of travel in the Gmod universe. Present your face to the floor and then just zoom.
Especially when making shotgun sounds if you're playing as Cupcake.
That was
alternatively, if you're Shadow, you teleport.
That too.
That was basically me trying to be Mr. Director from Animaniacs.
Yes.
For you see, that is my poor impression of comedy, and everyone knows that if you can do a poor impression of a celebrity, that is automatically comedy gold, and therefore it is a genius. So therefore I am a genius, my little Gmod friends things. Oil, I ate a bug, it flew down my throat with teeth and legs! I may have binged a lot of Animaniacs waiting for the reboot.
Completely off its rocker?
Yeah.
Again.
And just because Transgamer put it, the time has come. Execute Order 66.
Yes, my lord.
Shit, that's my favorite number.
Speaking of, I'm curious, has anyone actually seen the reboot?
I've seen bits and pieces of it, but not from like episodes from start to finish.
Yeah.
I've seen clips.
And thank you, Sonic and Shadow fan. Thank you. And Mr. Rose, correct me if I'm wrong, Shadow. You said the next Irish video will. Oh, this chat is going so. The next Irish video will be taking place in that Five Nights at Pinky's map on Gmod, right? Friends of the Map Maker, they are looking forward to it whenever the time comes. And yeah, thanks to Rag, I found that map and was able to solve the map problem I was having.
Oh!
Epilogue, so.
Shads?
Huh?
Shads.
What?
Rachel in the in the chat.
Who knows of Gex the secret? Yes.
Ooh.
Slamil! Slamazzle!
With Cheech and
it's from the third game.
report to the front desk.
Dana Gould was definitely just an excellent Gex was. But let's not forget the versions from the PAL releases of the game, because for Gex Enter the Gecko, we had Leslie Phillips in the PAL release. So it was less the voice of Dana Gould, it was more smooth, suave. Hello, lady. Much more smooth talking. And then you had, of course, the voice of the cat from Red Dwarf, Danny John Jules, and Gex Pepper Gecko for the PAL release.
Hello.
It was a lot more like.
Hello, it's me, Charlie Adler, voice of the devil!
I stand for all that is evil. Also, I'm naked.
Gex is such an underappreciated classic.
Yes.
They need to make a remake, they really do.
I played the N64 version of Enter the Gecko quite a bit back in the day.
I played it on PS1, honestly.
I played the Game Boy Color version.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, I have returned.
It was all I had, and yay, Dabrowski is back also.
Yeah, Katie was telling me about the what happened to your D&D session, keeping me in the loop and having to change things around for dinner and the like.
Yeah.
That explains what happened.
Apparently one of Joey's fellow D&D players, their computer is busted, and they may have to get a new graphics card.
Oh no.
That sucks.
So we rescheduled the session for Saturday, which I'm okay with. The only problem is I might be dead tired because I work from 7 to 4 that day.
Oh.
Oh, that's what that bug.
Walmart loves to play diddly doodle with my schedule lately. Just when it was finally getting some consistency.
Well, just remember, you have a vacation coming up soon, so soon that schedule will be old news, albeit temporarily, but still.
This is true. I just hope it's not a recurring thing, because I hate the 7 a.m. shifts.
No one does.
I'm a morning shift guy. I'm actually a morning shift guy. Like, my mentality is get it the fuck over with.
Yeah, but the thing is, it means I have to bother one of my roommates to drive me because I don't have a car and the buses don't run that early.
You must learn to run.
You want me to run for like an hour, I think? Through busy traffic?
It's good cardio exercise.
Yes, but this is California. California streets are full of freaks and weirdos and homeless people.
Yeah, I can confirm that. Mm-hmm. Despite the fact I'm a Floridian, I have been to California on one trip, and yeah, that is correct.
Dude, you're talking to a born and raised local. He speaks the truth.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I think our old place back in Long Beach was kind of a bad example.
Yeah, it was. That was a much needed wake up call to me and Katie to never pick something out of desperation again.
I mean, the only reason I didn't mind it was because I got to be with the two of y'all, which I always like.
Yeah, of course. Having companionship definitely made it a little more bearable.
Yes.
Not by much, but it's a start.
Here, here.
Just wish it also meant having neighbors who remember to close their doors when the kids are screaming!
Yeah. Relatively every morning, because the building we were in was so small, we had to deal with next door neighbors who insisted that the only door that they have closed ever is their front screen door.
Wow. And downstairs neighbors who fought a lot and stole one of my packages once because apparently they had the same last name.
What the hell?
I want to call.
It got kind of ugly to one point. They were causing such a racket, we actually had to call the cops.
I want to call bullshit. Can I call bullshit on that last name thing?
Hang on, there was one for Ricto here from Karma the Writer. For some reason, Ricto's voice reminds me of the old wise rats from The Secret of Nim. What was his name? Nicodemus, was it?
Nicodemus, yeah, that's what the name is, yeah.
Oh, if you tell Molly that, then she's gonna constantly think that's me. Because she loves the shit out of Secret of Nim and most of Don Bluth's works.
I've never seen Secret of Nim.
Neither have I. I want to, though.
I think I remember seeing, like, once, but I was, like, 5 at the time, so I barely remembered it. All I knew is that it had mice.
Yeah.
Mice and rats.
And that the sequel had Eric Idle.
No, you're thinking of the sequel.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
I said the sequel.
Oh, you did. Sorry, I think it got cut off. My bad.
The sequel
Well, it may have been a bad sequel, but at least it wasn't a squeakquel. Kind of puts things into perspective, don't it?
Yeah.
It's that blasphemous name. Ever.
If I have to remember that it exists, so do other people. We will suffer together!
Hey, fair enough.
That's right.
Just the demo man, the comic, just hey, fair enough.
Funny thing, when I recently signed up for HBO Max, We were graced with having the Squeakquel as one of our choices as for movies, but apparently that's literally the only elephant movie on there. It's like, wow, they were so embarrassed to have the quad Vecta, they had to stick with probably the worst one of the bunch. That is questionably questionable.
Lord above, I pity you.
Here's a question. What was your first animated movie that wasn't a Disney movie as a kid?
Ooh. I actually have to think on that.
I think I know what mine was, but I originally thought it was a Disney sequel, but it wasn't. It was this weird Snow White movie called Happily Ever After, where
Oh, yeah, I know.
Where basically it's gender-bent dwarves that have Captain Planet powers, apparently.
Oh God.
Oh Lord.
The movie itself is alright, but what I remember most of it had one of my all-time favorite Dragon War sound effects. That I can't, for the life of me, find a clean version of anywhere! I think if I sent it to someone, they send it to Will, he might recognize it because I've used it in a few of our other projects before.
Yeah, you might have to, send me a clip to remind me of that. But I don't think I can remember what was the first non-Disney animated movie. I want to say I think it was All Dogs Go to Heaven, but I for the life of me can't remember. It's a mystery.
As for me, I think I have seen a ton of a whole bunch of other animated movies that weren't Disney films. But the one that I can recall was the first one that wasn't Disney that I watched from start to finish was Fern Gully, the original.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where I was introduced to the magnificent voice of Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And let us not forget the fabulousness that is Robin Williams rapping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He makes animal experimentations hip, y'all!
Yeah.
Again? Say the product tornado. That's no. Starts getting all together right now.
I love the haircut.
Oh man,
Raising that slumming talk. Wrong channel. Here, Caesar, in my room.
Wrong channel. Well, all right, Gummy. We're going to war.
You're sorry.
Rest in peace, Robin. We all miss you.
Hurt.
Rest in peace, Robin. We all miss you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we sure do.
More than you can ever realize.
Funny, it's. I mean, it's an interesting way to remember my proposal anniversary. It happened on the exact same anniversary of his passing, which was the day right before my birthday. And that trifecta.
Wow.
Guilty pleasure movie based on a video game, says Rachel Hackwrench.
I don't think I've seen that many video game movies.
Likewise.
Again?
I kind of have a guilty pleasure, which is both a video game and, in a sense, a movie.
Again?
Go on.
Let's see.
Hey,
Dragon's
kids,
Lair on
your
Laserdisc.
government gone completely off its rocker? Again?
Well, I mean, that was...
If I don't know if any of you remember, but kind of way back in 1982,
I remember
they made like this video game that was all film animation.
Oh yeah,
And
Dragon's
instead of putting it on a
Lair.
cartridge, they put it on a
yeah.
laser disc.
Dragon's
Yeah,
Lair.
remember that. Never played it. I mean, I wasn't born back then, but yeah, I think there has been talk, or at the very least, like they made their goal, like they actually are going to be making it into its own animated film, thanks to them reaching their Kickstarter goal.
That'd be a thing of beauty. Anyways,
I'm stoked.
Well, I didn't think I'd say it, but this part of the animation is done, even though it's just literally only one line from Sam, but yeah.
No, it's...
Hey, progress!
Well,
Progress,
here
yeah.
is what I have, so...
Hey, kids. Has your government gone completely off its rocker? Again?
That's...
Nice. I dig.
Thank you. Ugh.
And once again, Max just maxing and relaxing.
Maxing and relaxing.
Yeah. Which, yeah, 2.5 hours the stream has been going for, good lord.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Good goodness.
Yeah, I was able to... Oh, God, Magnus. Uncle Jasper, I have a simple pizza order for you to fill out. A pepperoni and chicken pizza with a full gallon of chocolate milk. See? Simple.
Yes, you are. You are very simple.
Well, this is stuff about the dessert pizza order, right?
Oh my gosh, yes, Brave Little Toaster was another one that wasn't Disney. I forgot.
Oh yeah, I love that stuff.
Oh, jeez, that one. I actually finally saw it a while ago, and yikes.
Too scary.
Oh, man.
Funny enough, radio from Brave Little Toaster was the inspiration for Alistair's voice in Has Been.
Really?
Yes, because like several years back, whenever Vizzy was doing the casting call for each of the characters, she provided a little clip to like specify, okay, this is the voice I want to have for this character, and for Alistair, it was radio from Brave Little Toaster.
I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he makes
I still
a little
can't get
reference
over Alistair's
to-
voice actor is my main in Killer Instinct.
Still need to rewatch Has Been Hotel, because to be honest, I kind of preferred Helva Boss a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Which, speaking of which, Ricto, you want to surprise him?
With what?
That voice?
Oh, you mean this voice? Oh, how could I forget? Sorry, I've just been a little on the vacation outside of the usual holes of hell that I usually visit.
Nice.
Again,
Nice.
if I had a radio filter, I would turn it on in an instant when doing that voice.
And then kill it.
Forgive my intrusion, but I saw your fiasco on the picture show, and I just
and I
remembered
couldn't
this.
resist.
What a performance! Why, I haven't been that entertained since I saw the stock market crash of 1929. So,
Anyway. Dear, if I wanted to hurt anyone here, I would have done so already.
Nice.
Now, I'm here because I want to help.
Say what now? Help! Hello? Is this thing on? Testing? Testing?
Well, I heard you loud and clear.
Noise.
Yes. Very nice.
Back in Gmod, I'm not saying anything. I apologize.
You're fine.
I still can't believe this is the same guy as Alistair.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, it has been 2.5 hours. I usually don't stream any longer than that, so I believe I'm going to start to wrap it up here, as it were.
Okay.
But, you know what? I'm happy I could at least get some progress on this thing done, and yet I still feel bad it took me this goddamn long to...
Come on.
It's alright. Don't sweat it. You know, like we said, shit happens. It's all good, bro.
Indeed.
Life gets in the way, and I'm sorry for constantly bugging. The only reason I do is because I'm excited.
No, I know. You and Will are justified in being excited, because I'm happy that I could get this chance to work with you two on such a thing again, so...
Absolutely, man.
You as a friend, oh damn it! Why don't you accept it?
I'm trying! Imposter syndrome is a motherfucker. Don't give me that.
It is.
What?
Do I gotta shake you up and down and buy you a
Yes.
pizza? Cause I'll do it.
Oh.
Shadow, as I said before, love yourself, damn it!
Ow!
All right. You know what? I'll do a better thing. Because if you can't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love anyone else? Can I get an amen up in here?
Amen.
Amen.
All right, now let the music play.
Okay.
Okay, and another boot ahead for Jasper and the Wimp.
Which, funnily enough,
Just
I was.
because obligatory.
I mean, funnily enough, I mentioned. Is it wrong? I kind of had an idea for a moment with Dr. Wolf video with Shadow Rush and discussing imposter syndrome. If he hasn't done that already, so.
I don't think he has, to my knowledge. Nothing wrong with poking him about it.
I mean, it's just a subject that is dear to me because, again, imposter syndrome is something I exclusively suffer from, and just I always did want to work with Dr. Wolf at some point in the future, so I don't know.
I think he'd be interested in that, and I know he wants to work with you sometime.
What? Can you run that by me?
I guess. Surprise!
Can you repeat that? Run that shit by me again, please.
Shads, you're literally one. I've checked the actual subscriber counts. Out of everyone that I know of, like all the brony YouTubers I know of, you probably have the most subs.
I know that, but again, I was never in this for the numbers or the fame. This is just something I love doing, and I love entertaining you guys.
That's my point. Do good work.
I know that. I know
But
that.
yeah, to answer your question, I believe, yes, Jasper did in fact say that Doc May would like to work with you at some point. So, surprise!
Happy birthday.
So maybe Cat tried to give him the old polka-doke.
I mean, a moment with Dr. Wolf's video would be nice because because imposter syndrome is something I would love to discuss, but that and then I don't know if I can say this publicly on stream. I don't know if we're keeping it under wraps or anything. The other thing I showed you in Bliss, Jasper, which
try maybe just be very vague about it.
Fair, good point.
Vagueness is always better.
Just
the thingy that we don't know about.
That I proposed to you and Bliss. Dad. Is that vague enough?
That works. That is definitely vague enough.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, but we'll talk later.
Just, I'm sorry. I'm still trying to process that somebody as big as Dr. Wolf wants to work with me.
Also, remember how big you are, right?
I know, but people like
You may not
Will
be an
and-
analyst, but you're still big.
that's what I mean, is that people like Will and Doc and Jasper, they're more recognized in that field than I am, so it's just, the fact alone they want to work with a schmuck like me is just a big surprise to me.
Yeah, you definitely need a moment with Dr. Wolf.
You need this moment. You need to run to it if you have to.
Okay,
I missed your
okay.
opportunity.
I say go for it, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, and honestly, I think maybe Jasper and Thespio here should probably push you a bit on it.
No kidding.
Or whatever
I
you
know.
prefer to use your nickname right now.
I mean, okay, if
Strap up.
either of them want to talk to Dr. Wolf about this, because I have no means of contacting him myself, they are free to. I don't know what to expect from it, so.
Carpe diem.
I guess we'll
Shaq.
find
Carpe
out.
diem.
Say no more.
Seize
Your
the day.
wish is my command. Consider it done within the next couple of minutes.
Well, thank
That
you.
also reminded me of something interesting that happened whenever you were streaming the animation of your magic lesson with Lissy.
Right, yeah, that. What about it?
I can't remember if she was saying this towards me or you, but she wanted to work with one of us. Or do like voice work with either you or
I think it was
me.
to you, I think it was. Maybe.
Really?
Maybe. I don't know. It's been a while since that, so.
Also, Broski, I sent you the sound effect I was talking about.
All right, I'll take a look at it in a little bit.
Anyways.
My all-time favorite dragon sound that's nowhere to be found.
Anyways, as I said, that will do it for this stream. So, thank you everybody for coming, and especially thank you to Will and Jasper for taking their time out of their busy days to join us. I'm ever grateful for that.
No sweat, bro.
It's all good in the hooding of the hood.
Here's hoping for sure we can do it again sometime, so who knows?
Here, here.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And I must close off with the tradition. And I'm afraid we've come to the end of our time. Tune in again next time for another exciting Twitch stream from the Inverted Shadows Twitch channel. This is Jack Worthing saying, good night all. Cheerio. I'll see you next time.
Live long and poopy.
Good night, everybody. Have a good time. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.